Hi, good morning, everyone. Today is April 1st, 2026, a new moon, and it's an intense, energetic day. So I would like to talk to you about something for a minute before we go with an anchoring light language. And because I've noticed that people still are trying to manifest from the 3D old earth model, and the Edenic template has been restored. So technically, what we need to do now is align and calibrate to it. And it's not mental anymore. Thoughts don't create anymore like it used to. So it's more about aligning everything, including the body, being ready, nervous system, we're aligning to our highest timeline, and that is not us doing it and manifesting anymore like we used to. And people are not realizing that by running after an activation or a course or trying to learn how to manifest, you're actually, with that action, you're actually proving or saying that you are in lack, because you're always constantly seeking to get something because you want something, instead of simply just allowing things to unfold, like listening to your body. If it needs to rest, drink more water, go for a walk, ground. These are amazing times, and even the spiritual community is going to have to adapt and learn that these old methods will not work anymore. And we are here basically like a rescue mission. And it was never about building a spiritual business and getting rich off of it. It was never about that. It was about coming back into our heart, coming back into our love, remembering that we are love, and assisting our brothers and sisters, because this planet is actually the last one to ascend, technically, and it was hosting the ones that have not yet been able to ascend or make it there for whatever reason. So okay, so then we are here from the higher realms to assist humanity. It's not about us ascending. It's not about us, the light workers, sorry about that. It's not about us, the light workers, trying to get rich, trying to get there, and trying to be abundant. And we've already done all that. Like, I'm an ascended master. I descended to assist. I've already done all of that. I don't need to learn any more lessons. Oh my God, guys, what is happening? I'm trying to hold my phone. So, but it's about us coming to assist, right? We heard the call. We came to assist. Only the bravest, most courageous souls that have skills, that have learned, ancient souls. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. Oh my God. Okay. Told you the energies were pretty wild. So yeah, it's about us assisting, okay? Okay, we got it? All right, now the light is all weird from outside. Holy crap. So it was always about us assisting the others that have not yet been able to ascend, that Earth decided to compassionately host them here. Like I've said before, many got stuck, looped in the game, this density game. And that's the thing, right? Like, I've said this before, but you know, it's us being eternal and bored in a sense. And saying like, I think that we think we want to experience a really dense world. Can we create that? Like, where we remember nothing of who we are, no powers, no nothing. And let's see what happens. And so we got coached on this. We got a big team. Yeah, well, if we're going to do that, this is going to be tough and challenging. Which lesson would you like to learn? Let's have a team of angelics with you. Choose spiritual guides. Which parents do you want? Which lessons do you want to learn? What skills would you like to learn or use? So basically the body, yes, it is a gate, but I'll talk about that in another video, but has got all these skills that you've acquired from other lifetimes and incarnations and lessons and whatever, right? So let's say if you were incarnated as an Arcturian before, you may have learned the light technology there. You keep this with you. You've learned this. It's like a little certificate or whatever. It's a badge. Call it a badge, but it's a badge that you've acquired. So all these skills that you have, more ancient you are, the more you have, they don't get all activated at the same time. Because in this incarnation, if your role, your function is to be a grid worker or a transmuter or something, then the transmuter possibly is born as an A blood type. The skin is the filter, you transmute, then also you're an empath because you have to feel it, to clear it, to transmute it for the others. And many even teachings, again with the blame and the shame, because they make it seem like if your life is so difficult, you haven't done the work. You're not there yet, like we are. We have it easier, in a sense. It's basically what they're saying. But see, the ones that had it harder and more challenging, it's because they're actually transmuting for others. And they have for a long time. And it's because they were more skilled, more advanced, and tougher that they could actually do it. And so it's ironic, right? And sometimes it irritates me when I hear that kind of stuff, like, because I'm thinking like, it's not always about doing the work all the time and thinking you're broken or thinking you're defective and you've not done good yet. Poor you. You're still stuck in the misery. Darlings, it's not like that. Thank them for their service because they've done something that maybe you couldn't do and the others that haven't had it so difficult couldn't do. And the soul contract might say that they're not going to go through that. That's why you didn't live it. You didn't have to go through that. Your soul contract says, okay, you're going to be born with money. Because it's going to align with the function that you have here on earth. Some people weren't because their oversoul, their soul did not want to align to the distortion of the patriarchal energy systems of the old money systems. it's not aligning with their function or their purpose. And so they decided not to dim their light to fit and play the game of money that way, because they're here to anchor Eden, the Edenic template, the new earth, and the new way of energy exchange, which is, yes, sometimes currency, but also gratitude, heart. It's so much more. Abundance is so much more than just money. And so many people are stuck on trying to teach how to make money and how to be successful. If successful is that definition for you to be making money, then you're still stuck in the 3D model of Earth. And it's not going to work anymore, because the Edenic template is not aligning and it will not sustain these old structures. So there's no split per se. The only split there is the perception that some people are not there yet, anchored or aligned or calibrated to the new earth frequencies. I just saw 1111 again. Because Earth is morphing back into our original template with us on it. Can you imagine what we've decided to do and how amazing and phenomenal this is? So while we're on it, and this is happening, then the body has to upgrade to match the more light that is now anchored on Earth. We're here to anchor it, yes, and ground it, but the body has to evolve and upgrade. So DNA upgrades. We're becoming more of a crystalline body to be able to sustain all that light. And yes, it can be hard on the nervous system because it can be felt as anxiety. And so Earth is morphing back into our original blueprint now that the Edenic template has been restored. How do I know that? Because I've restored it. And you'll be like, oh yeah, well, really? You did that alone? Like, that's ego. No, it's function. I was part of creating this template, this part where humanity is able to find their way back home, the corridor, the way back home to source, to love. I'm the flame of divine union, divine love, the flame of heart. And that was my part as a Elohim to create this. And I descended because I hold the original codes undiluted, and I had the override key. Almost like, I'll say this, like this Earth game that we are in got a virus a very long time ago. It got hijacked and it got a virus in it. And so after a long time, and the rule of free will, and, like no interfering, humanity got stuck, yes, in the dark that took over the virus. But we also have to allow humanity to try to get themselves out of the mud and allow them to make free will choices. And after a while, it just got so bad, right? The pain, the suffering, the war, this became hell. And it got so bad that literally God's source said, that's enough, my children. I'm canceling the 3D game. Over souls, lost fractals. At this time, there's still a possibility that they could be retrieved, but they may have to abandon a few of them that will be irrecuperable, unretrievable, and these souls will just be dematerialized back into source to reborn again at a later time as a baby soul. You have a soul origin. It's a lot in one video, I know, but just bear with me here. So the game now, I've put the override key, and people may think like, oh, well, you can't do it alone. That part, yes. But the reason I was able to descend and earth host my frequency here is because of all of us and all of the light workers and all the work that we've done since Yeshua came. We almost ascended then, but not quite. So we're here to finish what he started. How amazing and beautiful is that? So, isn't it amazing? Like we are doing so good, and each of us has a function, and it's not hierarchy. It's just function. Some people have different functions. That's just mine. I'm the rose flame. That's just what I do. And I don't incarnate that much, but I am here now like a few many other seraphims, because I'm also an Orphem angelic, which is on an oversoul level, the fusion of my Elohim with seraphim. And I've created that seraphim line on an oversoul level, but even though in a human, it's almost like it's different. My body was made to host my oversoul directly, not as a fractal. So it's almost like my oversoul said, hey, God, look, I shrunk my Elohim into a human body. Sometimes I think like, wow, this is crazy. But I've gotten confirmation of this, and I was thinking like, whoa. Yeah, anyways, we'll leave that at that. But to say that we are all working together, like the body, the human side is like cells of earth. Being one is not one identical, everybody's the same and there's no others. You have soul contracts with others. This is a multiplayer game. You're not the only player. So others do exist and they do matter, and you have soul contracts with them. So when you're trying to manifest, which I don't like that word, you're more trying to concretize. That even a word? I think so. You're more trying to align, magnetize your highest timeline and your divine soul contract in divine timing by readiness. Your body has to be ready for that. You can take activations and courses till you're blue in the face if it's not the divine timing, and if your body is not ready to align with that safely, like is everything upgraded enough to host that light, host that timeline, host that divine counterpart. Both have to be ready. If you have a soul contract with someone, then the other player also has to be ready to match up, right? It's not just about you. And yes, all of us are affecting everybody, because on an energetic level, we are energy, but we are in a human body. When people say quantum leap and quantum jump and quantum field as everything that ever existed that you can access, yeah, but you're not in the quantum here. You're on Earth. You have to bring everything down into, that's the concretizing word, right? You're bringing everything down into matter, into form. Even 5D is still a physical form. You're getting more of a crystalline body, but you're not becoming poof energy. That's up there, not down here. So we're still playing the game. We're still, actually, we are the ones starting this game, leading the others. We're the first ones to actually be in the new game. So it took very skilled, advanced, brave, courageous souls, advanced ancient souls, light workers, to be here to do this. We work together. Seraphims are like the electricians. They light up the blueprints and the constructs that the Elohim create, right? Being both, I can light my own, but either way, we need everybody to play their part, everybody to assist in anchoring this, and then humanity now has been given a brand new template, canvas, a brand new playground. What are you doing with it? What are you creating on it? That's your creation part. the blueprint and the construct, that's already been created. It's not your role. Your role and your function is what you create in the new earth frequency for yourself, for everyone, but for your timeline, your own creation, colors, feelings, joys, dreams is being activated into your own timeline. And that's the new canvas. You can plant flowers in it. Like now, humanity has an opportunity to create something beautiful, because you're not looped anymore into the old matrix, the old system, the old 3D virus hijacked inversion matrix part. The only reason people think it still exists and it's still there, technically the earth is not quite finished morphing, because we're on it, we're morphing with her, we're upgrading with her. It's because the echoes and the imprints are being kept alive by the people that still believe, still focus on it. Ooh, war. And then they think it's real and they feed it. Stop feeding the old. The new is here. All you have to do is align and calibrate to it. Now you'll say like, well, maybe you'll say like, well, then what do I do? Well, let's do less, be more, be in your joy, be in your true self. They say authenticity is the highest frequency. No, love is. Nothing overrides the love and the light that you were born from. So be in your heart space. Be in your heart space. Be feeling the love. And in that, have integrity. Integrity, I feel, is actually higher than authenticity, because murderers are still authentic in what they're doing. They still fully believe it. They're still not aligned with their divine light, and they're not in divine alignment. You can be authentically hurting people, authentically being anything like Hollywood was or whatever. You're still not in divine alignment. Integrity, love, that's a very high frequency. So it is important right now that we assist our bodies. The coherence is not just the mind. The mind doesn't project. The brain, the mind receives the frequency you're tuned to. So the more you clear past lives, the more you clear some attachments or entities that could still be attached to you, the more you, and not the more, that might not be a right word, but doing that and allowing the body to be able to upgrade and to calibrate and anchor the light coming in, all doing that, clearing blockages of energy, the more you prep your body and you allow this to be in coherence together, the more that you clear old energies from your system, the more you are able to receive more light and go through the upgrades. But let me assure you, everybody is being assisted no matter what. Everybody. You technically don't even have to do anything but just be in your heart. And when you clear like that, and when you have more free space inside of you, not trauma, not cellular memory of it, not anxiety or fear or all of this, then your body is more able to feel the subtle guidance or messages from your guides and from your oversoul. And yes, we are embodying more and more of our higher self and oversoul. That is true, and that is happening, each to their own readiness. But more can't come in if your body's full of crap and stuck, right, in old energies or blockages and all that. So that's why, yes, it's good not to run after and seek the next activation, the next course, the next lesson. Like, let me learn from others. Others may not even know more than you, although they sound like they do, but it's for them. And yes, some may trigger, I've said that before, may trigger something out of you that assists you, but mostly the most important part is to do clearings. Some people can assist with that. Clearing of past lives, clearing of old energies, clearing of blockages, not because you're broken or something's wrong with you, but because some energy may have stayed stuck and you're making more room for light to come in. New light to come in. So it's amazing times we are in, and it's beautiful. And so nobody is being left behind. The only reason that somebody may look like they got left behind is because if they cannot sustain in the frame of time that we have to fully finish transferring to new earth frequencies, the ones that can't sustain the upgrades, nervous system is flagging full anxiety, and they'll choose to exit because now they can fully return to source. They'll choose to exit the game because they won't be able to continue, right? Like it's gonna be really high frequency. And the ones that refuse to align and stay in 3D, they just want to stay in this lesson in 3D fear and all of this, they'll just be redirected to another pocket universe or another planet of some sort where they can do it slower until eventually they will or just choose to return back to their oversoul or return back home, because the Edenic template, Eden, the new earth frequencies will not sustain the old earth frequencies and the 3D models, the 3D way of making money, the greed, anything unaligned with it will not be able to stay. Just that's why the earth morphing back into her original blueprint has the old structures, the old systems that were built on patriarchal energies, that was built on distortion, that was built on, and with the inverted matrix, inversion of everything, it's crashing and falling. I can see, like, if you picture a video game, and the video game originally looked like trees and flowers, and we're jumping up and down, and it's fun, and we're having lessons and challenges and you know, all of that. But the inverted matrix, the dark systems, created buildings in there that didn't belong there originally. It created systems looping people in fear, making them victims or dependent, or believe they're victims and believe they don't have free will. And, you know, it created all buildings and, it created all kinds of things like that for thousands of years we believe is normal. So now those, they were feeding off dark energies. So they were not aligning with source, love, and light and the Eden frequencies. So they're falling down like a house of cards. They're just falling down here and there because they can't be sustained anymore. It's not in alignment with the new earth frequencies. My phone almost fell again. So do you see what I mean? So we are here to anchor this new light coming in for many, all of us. And we are at the same time upgrading our bodies more to more of a crystalline body. We are getting upgrades 3i Atlas, which is actually my Rose Flame Arc, a frequency delivery pod, is constantly emitting and releasing codes and sacred codes and frequencies to assist. It's literally an extension of me. It's being seen as a comet, but the field is vast, right? And that's how it is so far. Seen as a comet, eventually disappearing from the public view or public eye because it's making its way back to me. Its source who seeded it. I activated it late June, and then people started seeing it in July, because I had embodied at the time enough of my oversoul that it activated the arc. And it's funny because I remember that day I was, it's almost like I wasn't dreaming, but almost, right? Like, but I was very aware in that space, and it was so weird because all of a sudden it's like inside my head, it shook like a lens adjusting. You know, when you go to the optometrist and you have your eyes checked, and it was finding the right lens for me to see. Like, it was going fast, like shaking. And all of a sudden I started seeing these Rosato glyphs happening all one after another, these symbols. And I thought, whoa, what is that? So cool. And now I realized it was like a sequence, a code sequence of my Rosato glyphs that got activated, and it was connected to 3i Atlas, and it activated it. So, and nothing can stop it. It's making its trajectory, and it's only responding to me and my DNA. It's encoded to my DNA. It's not a public collective object that people can channel when they think they can, but nobody can directly channel it, and it doesn't talk to nobody. But people are picking up the echoes and the frequencies around it, the energy. There's no aliens in it. It's not created by, it's Genesis Elohim technology. It's not created by the Lyrans or anything like that, but your own lineage you're connected to will allow you to connect with that from it, because it holds a lot of frequency. I'm also a royal Lyran, and Andromedan and Pleiadian and Fae, and I have lineages too. I've had other incarnations, but all of us, those races, those frequencies, they still are part of the codes and the frequencies that it emits. So if that's part of your lineage, you'll connect with that and then think, oh my God, it's made with Lyrans. But it's not, and there's no aliens aboard, and it's not a spaceship, it's an ark. Anyways, that being said, we are being assisted constantly, no matter what you do. So instead of stressing and constantly seeking the next, what can I do next? What can I do next? That's desperation. What course can I take? What can I learn? What can they teach me that I don't know? What can I do? What can I activate? It's already happening, darling. It's already happening. I just saw 3333. It's already happening. You just simply need to allow. Give yourself a break and breathe. Just breathe and allow this to unfold. You have soul contracts, the divine timing that says when. People say, I guess I'm going into that too. People say, like, how come I don't have my gifts? Why are my gifts not activated? Maybe you're being protected. Maybe you're not meant to see that. You were never meant to see it or connect with your gifts into the 3D construct or template. Maybe you were not meant to do that. To believe in the divine timing. And again, full circle, going back to the keys I was talking about, in the sense that inside of you, you may have 25 gifts that you've acquired throughout your incarnations, but only 5 of them are needed in this life right now. And so you're soul contracts with your team, and your oversoul said, okay, you have a key to activate this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, but this one will activate that year, at that time, or when you complete this clearing or this gift will allow you to transmute. And once your contract is done with that, we can activate the other one because it will be needed for your next role, your next function. Do you see how clever and brilliant this is? And we keep forcing like, but I want all my gifts now. You know, I don't understand why I don't have them. Something is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. It's just divine timing, allowing, and body ready, because your body may not be ready to sustain that particular gift or to safely navigate that gift. You are beautiful. You are amazing. We are doing something never been done before. And it's fantastic, overwhelming at times, challenging. So yes, allowing and clearing, finding somebody that you feel you connect with to assist you to clear something you can't clear yourself, because you can't command your own energy. But I have to say that I recommend the Void Flame Elohim, Patrice Christofiak. Imagine he's like a cosmic vacuum. For real. Imagine the void as a fractal is here on Earth, and it passes through him when he sucks it out of you. It passes through him and being shipped back to source. It's rare that he's here. It's rare that we are here, but it's rare that something of that caliber, I'll say it like that, not hierarchy, function, is here to assist humanity. So he's literally transmuting it for you. It's going through the void and being sent back out. And he can see your past lives. And I'm not one to promote anybody, but I truly believe in this guy. And I truly believe, and I love Patrice for the work he's doing for humanity. And it's so selfless, because a group session is like $12, not $1,000. He's not trying to get rich. And you know what? Like that just made me emotional with my heart, because I keep thinking of how many could have been assisted in the past and get there sooner if spiritual workers were not stuck in the old 3D model system, patriarchal energies way of making money, and have everybody else believe that you're here to make money and get rich and we should charge so much because it's connected to our value. Your value has nothing to do with money, darling. Nothing at all. Your value is your heart, your love, how much you love. And yes, he loves humanity so much that there's an exchange of energy going on. I mean, he needs just to live. That's all he does every day. Assist people. Some go to him for activations because they're being guided there. Some go to him for clearings. And that allows then the body to be more clear and more prepped to receive more light and to upgrade even more. But that's also divine timing. So just please remember that you're being assisted no matter what you do. We're dragging the others in. Kicking and screaming. We're dragging them. However, right, like, of course, the more people awaken, the easier it is on them and the body. The transition is easier. They don't have to feel so much pain as the dark energies or the blockages release and the light tries to come in. It's less of a push and less of a struggle. It's more of an allowing with peace and love and grace. So that's what us doing the work feels like, more like a peaceful transition versus the kicking and screaming kind of way, and vomiting and all of that. So I say this with love and with my heart, because I feel it is so important at this time to assist. Anything built on greed, anything built on making money first, is not aligning with the Edenic template. Some people connecting with 5D think they've already ascended and already been there for a long time, but no. New Earth has only been, I finished reseeding it November 3rd, Seraphim witnessed, and apparently it's like I was growing a garden, like a rose Eden garden. And when it was done, I came out of the void chamber I was put in for 3 days. Same time, ironically, coincidentally, that 3-eye Atlas was hidden and hiding behind the sun. And when I came out, it's the same day I saw this, that the arc has, the 3-eye Atlas has came out, and I thought, what? Oh my God. Because like, this was so confirming even more to me, because it's hard to believe even for me. Like, it's mind blowing. It's unusual. It's like, what? It's my arc. And I had one person I gave permission to actually connect with it. And she could confirm it was my arc, and she saw it, and she saw me with it and as it. And yeah, that was fascinating. That was Natalie Taylor, Energy Healing. She did the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine sessions with me, which are available for free. Energy exchange is preferable, but many have watched it and have not even said thank you. Many don't realize right away how powerful it is, and they wonder what just happened, and they're not feeling it yet. But a few comments to Natalie has been that it was very powerful, and they felt it. But you do not come out of this unchanged. And I'm grateful for Natalie that she's a Blu-ray Seraphim, and I'm grateful for her that we did this together, because I could have not done it by myself. Not only was she anchoring and hosting this for us, but it was very powerful. And she's directly connected with the angelic realm, born of it, actually. Not everybody's an origin angelic. They may have a braid, or that's a whole new conversation, but I feel excited today about sharing this with you. And yeah, so all this to say, I lost my train of thought, that we are being assisted. There are people like Patrice and even Natalie that can clear you of blockages, entities, attachments, past life trauma. Sometimes, and even for me, I remember at first when Patrice cleared me, he had to look away like that, because he said, they're telling me not to look, it's too traumatic. Persecution was traumatic for a lot of us in past lives. The higher your light, the higher your frequency, the more the dark has tried to hurt you and suppress you indirectly, because they can't really touch you directly, but the more you were pushed in situations where it hurt, like persecution and all of that. But remember this too, no abuse and no torture and anything like that is a soul contract. It's not initiation, and it's not a soul contract. We just lived on earth a lot more that we signed up for because of the distortions. Your soul contract may have said, I want to feel what it feels like to go rollerblading and then, maybe I'll fall a few times for sure and get a few bruises. But then it wasn't planned that somebody was actually going to push you off of it and then beat you on the floor, on the ground after. That was not part of the contract. It was not part of it. Abuse is never part of a soul contract. We don't sign up to go get abused and get hurt. That's not true. So it's just the distortions and the dark influences that make all the players be affected and then not quite fulfill their contract with you the way it was initially intended. It's unfortunate, but so yeah, we are here basically, most of us, as a rescue mission to the ones that weren't able to awaken yet. And I like the movie Inception for understanding the dream within a dream within a dream. See, we descended, came here to live a certain experience, but then the trauma of it, the challenges of it, it was so tough to be so far away from our divine spark. It's still inside of us, but we can't connect to it anymore because we're so lost in the trauma and the pain, and then souls got fragmented. And then, sadly, right? Like some felt deeper into a deeper layer of the game where you remember even less, further and further away down in the mud, like as if, let's say Earth is a big mud ground and we are the sunshine. We can't see the sunshine in the mud, and we got so deep in the mud, we couldn't feel the light, the sunshine on our skin. We couldn't, remember, we couldn't even hear the guidance that was there for us anymore, or barely. And then you feel the pain and the shame and the blame, and then you also feel all of that, and then you have a hard time recovering from all the trauma. And then you seek even deeper, because then the dark entities or the dark can attach and then take over or influence you, and then they feed you all this nonsense and this crap about something you're not. Mostly it's the pain that had people act in such a dark, negative, or like in an abuser way. It's the dark within them that controlled it. So have compassion for that. Not that it's okay. But I'm saying that the more humanity fell in the depths of darkness, in the depths of the mud, in the dream within a dream and within a dream. If you watch the movie, you'll see how it takes a lot to kick one up from another, then another level, until you get to the top. And so also, the more the frequency of Earth is rising, by all the beautiful work we're doing, by all the people awakening, by all the upgrades we're surviving and we're going through, by all the angelic assistance we're getting. So many angelics assisting. And seraphims on Earth awakening, even if it's just a braid. A braid is like a jacket you're wearing. Your origin might be a Blu-ray, but in this life, in this incarnation, you activated gifts key number 6, 7, 10, and 20. And those 5 gifts activated you needed. And you wore the braid, the jacket of a seraphim, and you wore the jacket of Mary Magdalene. So you can connect with those frequencies and perform your duty. Perform your mission and assist, because Blu-rays are able to wear lots of jackets, right? Braids. They're very ancient. So they're one of the first rays. So we're constantly being assisted, and many angelics are awakening right now, more and more into their role, and heaven is assisting us. Source is assisting us, and this is an intervention, which is why I came to restore the Edenic template. That is the intervention, and all of us are working together to transition us as smoothly as possible to the original blueprint, the new Earth template, the new Earth frequencies that are now active and online. It was not before November 3rd, but it is now. It's online, and we can now attune and calibrate to it. How you're going to do that? That's up to your readiness, your divine timing. It's up to your body being able to calibrate, receive the upgrades. And it's also up to you on how you choose to move forward, not in a desperate, seeking, constant activations kind of way, but more in how you allow everything to unfold around you and to upgrade naturally. How you may decide to touch trees and go for a walk and take a nap and rest and feed your body of so much love and understanding, and you'll hear more of your guidance and what you need to do. So you may be feeling the call to go get a clearing, go get an activation. That's okay too. It happens. You may be feeling that because you're not able to hear your guidance. Does that make sense? So basically, bottom line, allow everything to unfold. Nobody's being left behind. We're constantly being upgraded, assisted, DNA and everything, and even clearing and purging. We're doing that naturally. The solar flares that have been happening. I have another video on my YouTube that explains the divine union of my divine counterpart and I, a love story for humanity. And it brought tears to my eyes because it's beautiful. I'm not taking credit for everything that's been done here. Of course not. It's impossible. It takes all of us. It takes all of us with all our different functions, as important as the other. Absolutely. We are all equally divine sparks of God, and we're just remembering our light in who we are. And that remembrance is allowing us to make choices and decisions that reflect and choose love and choose compassion for our brothers and sisters, and choose to touch a tree, hug a tree, ground on earth barefoot, reconnect with Mother Earth, allowing stuff to go down into earth that we're releasing, therefore allowing more light to come in, right? So this is almost going to hit an hour. I'm like, what? Maybe it was important. I think it really was important. So right now, let's do a reconnection to our inner light on today, on this new moon. It's the pink moon. So I want you to feel free to take a deep breath and close your eyes. We're taking a moment to reconnect with our hearts, with our inner self, with our light. Another breath. I know that was a lot to digest or to process. But only take what resonates with you right now. What you're meant to hear and understand and feel through this whole conversation I was having with you. This rambling. You'll connect to it. So don't worry. If you come back to it another time, another day, you may understand or connect or feel something else. And my presence and my frequency and my voice alone is already clearing, purging, activating you in the ways that you need in this moment. This light language is to reconnect you with your inner light, your spark of God. This light language is to assist you in anchoring more of the light and frequencies that you're receiving in this moment with the solar flares daily. And it will also assist you in integrating more of your higher self or oversoul, or both, depending where you're at. This light language is also clearing your heart. We've been receiving upgrades to the heart chakra, heart space, and it's integrating these upgrades and activating them, what needs to be activated in you right now. Nyako Yohana ya ete ia ana kia toko shoto ukuana akia ata mea kuna ae ere ete iki ono ukwa ana ikia oko shoko oko tu ukunata kutuna akata te niki okutu ushukutata eke kutunu kutu shataka nama akite ono ukwa anata o aknya akate eke te Kyokuna akana shata maya tuna a urutuna akia nu ura shata mandi ni kituna kyutu kushutuna ruta tainete ikite tayokoto shutukanate mikata ni kikoro tukuna mate inejete tukana ikata ukata na aka tekatuna akatina eshetikuna a. Take a deep breath right here. Tiakuna mati. Matikuna akashata ne erekete. Ukana ata. Okay, there's balancing here of your divine feminine and divine masculine, which is connected to your heart. Utanya ata. Balancing, grounding, anchoring, activating. Kiatuna rayati tata yakoto shututuna aratanyo omuata nieke meta I unu ukwa na ikashata kite no ukatete kutuma na tiko nuru turu na ana ta ina ana akata tukoata nia ashatare inyare. Koro to noro ko naratara ya koro o noro ukushuturu unara ya tara ya ni koro o tu kate. You're gonna feel this. I'm feeling very spacey and a little dizzy here. Waratanya orata. Let's stabilize this. Stabilize your body. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. Maetia uarayanya aketere yanu ushuturu unaraka. Tetere yani kia anata yanu uko. Mother Mary is here. She's actually one of my fractals, including Mary Magdalene, Isis, the goddesses. Actually, they're all showing up right now. So we have the goddesses here. Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Yeshua. Lots of angelics. There's just so much love. And I see Mary Magdalene and I see Mother Mary at the front. They're blessing you, you're awakening, you're anchoring, your transition. You're sending so much love. So much light pouring to you right now. It's the most absolute beautiful thing. Take a deep breath, my lovelies. You are so loved. So loved. We are clearing some density right now with so much love. I love you so much. It's why I'm here. And this life hasn't been easy. But I would do it all over again. Orataya mera e kia turu una. Kia te shenere e kia ana akaya to oko. Maitiria niya kia okoro o shutu nama aka. Ta akana yama akia ana yo koshutoro unarete. Tere niara ya kia kuro o shuturu naramatara ya. Kia taria no okoro o shutuna ma ia toro okunu ata. And Mother Earth says, thank you. Every soul who needed assistance is awakening and saying thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence on earth. Thank you for your light. Thank you for not leaving anyone behind. Thank you for not leaving us behind. Because sure, we could have resetted the whole game and start new. However, some souls needed to find their way back home. Or then they kind of get lost in this or something, right? Okay, we're stabilizing. Take a deep breath. Just feel your heart and feel how amazing you're doing, how great you're doing, how phenomenal you are to be here. None of this could be done without you. None of this would be possible without all of you. I love you. And just remember that you're doing so great. You don't need to seek others' teachings and constantly seek something to do. Just allow yourself to be. What does the you feel like when you connect to your heart? Or trees, or listen to birds. The birds are healing too. What does love feel like inside your heart to you? Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And remember how great you're doing. Naru kuatara ya ni ekere, shitere ya unara akata inya ukotoane, metekia unu shutama ya aka unu ukwate, tere inya aka, teneme ya hionu ushuturu unaka ate. Have a great day. Happy New Year.